special announcement for this Saturday night. We're going to be doing a tournament live. 64 players are going to get the chance to play for Eternity Code. If you guys want to get entered in and to get the chance to play, you're going to have to be here tonight when the stream starts, roughly about 6 o'clock, give or take. Just be ready to get the notification on YouTube. We'll go live, and we're going to do this whole tournament tonight. It's going to be double elimination Swiss, and we're going to be playing current format with the exception where players can each round change the list. 5 bans, 5 unbans, and we'll talk about that. I'll have pricing and stuff drawn up then too, but we've at least got Echo in the prize pool along with some other stuff. So guys, see you tonight. Let's dig into Market Watch, shall we? So in addition to the stream we're going to be doing tonight, TierZero has a huge sale going on right now. Now remember, a lot of things you're going to see at this stage in the morning might be out of stock. You need to check this throughout the day because they're going to be doing restocks constantly. And if you enter What's Good 5, you will get 5% off of what you're already seeing in terms of shorter prices and things. So there's a couple things I want to talk about here, and then there's going to be a bunch of stuff for Eternity Code. They did a lot of restocks yesterday for this stuff, and it's going to be insane. So getting a good chunk off of your order is really good. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to point out here, just for cheaper printings here. They have the adjusted golds at 85s, and they have the malicious beans at 64s. You get 5% more off of that with What's Good 5. The IP down here at 45% more off of that. And then we got researchers at 52s. You get more off of that. And then we have the Kitchen Dragon Maids at 58.90. Now these were pushing a significantly higher number on TCG Player, and I don't know if we'll check and see if they've started to calm down a little bit, but this is basically pretty good. And these are really good as well. We were seeing these pushing 33, 34, and you can get these for 5% less than what's listed here, which is not bad at all. 27 on Avermax, save 5% more. All right. So it's the little things like this. Like I said, go through, check out, see if there's anything you need, pay attention throughout the rest of the day, and enter What's Good 5 and save on your purchase, because getting those best optimal deals for you out there is actually just insane, because everybody's always asking like, hey, like I need to pick up something or I want to play this. Not a bad time to check through here and see if there's something that you were holding back on and wanting. It's very good. The Field Center for the YCS 225th, they have available at $26.77. You do get another 5% off of this. I just wanted to show this because I think this was one of the cooler abnormality things that they had. They had cool things like the Stratos mats, if you guys were checking in yesterday. They also have some stray sleeves that you can get 5% off more. I know a lot of people really like these kinds of sleeves. Look, 15% off. Plus, with the code, Econ sleeves, another 5% off. Not bad. Like, the Monster Reborn sleeves. Keep in mind that these are some of the rare ones, but I mean, and the OCG dice. So yes, there is very good potential here to save a little bit of money on your purchase. So What's Good 5? All right, the market. So it's kind of just something. We have the new Gaia support around the corner for Rise of the Duels, and I was like, like what's going on with Gaia cards at the moment? So we're not even going to talk about this. That one's not worth it. One thing that did kind of catch my attention here is there is the weird alternative foiling one. So these are 13 cents. So if you really like Gaia, all right, we'll come back to this here. There is some stupid potential. This just caught my attention here. We had 54 listings of this. I was like, the Millennium Pack Rare Gaia. Is this a penny stonk or not? I'm not really sure. I don't particularly think it's worth it, but it was just something that caught my eye, like alternate printing. So these are secret rares. If you are actually serious about playing Gaia, this is a one-of in most variants, but this was interesting. All right, Pot of Desires. What's going on back here with these? Oh, well, I still see that we're still holding the line at 90s here, and then I see a little bit different values here across these. So our alties still pushing. Ooh, actually, once this one's gone, we're at $97. Looks like the big ugly pot man himself is starting to go up in value. The secrets, okay, so still 26 on these. These haven't really experienced actually, I guess they did experience the first edition effect. You guys remember when these pots were very cheap and players were going around going crazy for these? Yeah, here we are. Good times. And then ultras. I remember when this panic buyout happened, $6 on these. Good times. I want to revisit this here. So Ash Blossoms, these are 9 going up to 1050. Badul Devastator as a whole, you guys remember so many people were like, oh, this set's so bad. What is this, like, over X time later? These are still 650s. These are still holding at 3s. The Ogres are $1.50s. What is wrong with these Ogres? Because I see a market price at $2.50. Is this just somebody listing? Oh, yeah. It's just the shipping is offsetting the cost. I still think these Ogres could be $2 to $3 very easily. Honestly, this set is the king of dollar cards, over the most part. You guys remember when Saruja, we wanted the card limited, right? Good times. Now let's see that we got Sky Palace Gangdari here, actually. These are down to $6, alright? And these had a market price at $9 for the normal copies of that. Let that sink in. Also, I see that the 7 Sins over here looks like it's going on up, or chugging on along here. Still $5 for the most part. We had a normal price of $4 for that. It's not terrible. Amazon's Baby Tiger. These things are still like $10. I can't wait for the reprint to come on along here. We got Maddox Collectibles down here. Got one in stock for you. Mr. Schwarten himself. This is hilarious to me. So we do have that Ubel support, aka Neos, what is it? Neos Kruger coming around the corner here. And we're still sitting at the $31 mark, $33 mark. Moving on along here on into some of these higher, $190 for this. Just for an Elemental Hero Fusion card to work with Ubel. Let that sink in. That's crazy to me. And if you want to play the Ultra Rare, you're going to be sinking about $4 into this. To be fair, 4 isn't awful for these, but it's just insane. Now, we do have some kind of vintage stuff, some not vintage stuff we'll probably be looking at here. Just out of total curiosity, we're at 11s on the Blue Eyes Solid Dragons. Now, your Red Eyes Insights. One holo printing on this card kills this, but right now players are still anticipating Dragoon of the Red to be this massive powerhouse to kind of come on into the metagame and crush. You're looking at $7 on Insight right now. Let that sink in. That a rare that tutors for Red Eyes Fusion. Now, a lot of the builds did kind of start cutting this near the later extension of the deck's life. Because, trying to play more Red Eyes cards, Anaconda exists. There wasn't much of a point, but dedicated Red Eyes players, this card is still a little bit high for its being. Alright, so hashtag vintage values and some other things for this market watch worth exploiting. The Blue Eyes White Dragon, aka the DDS, only one on the market from SSA here for $2,000. The Dark Magician, near mint 15, 13, 5, and then we have a 450 down here from Overdose Gaming. That's a little bit more doable, but that's still a big yikes for that. And then the Exodia, the Forbidden One. The light play 149, or yeah, basically 149. Near mint 230. I love how the Exodia is just like the cheapest of the 3DDS cards in retrospect for everything. The Karibo from Power of Chaos Yugi. Surprisingly, these are $17. Now, as like an avid collector out there, this might be something that you want to pick up just to hold. Because Power of Chaos wasn't a horrible game to get. I remember there was like a resurgence of these, but we still know that like these are the most important ones in the set. And then, things like the Dark Magician. $27 on these, by the way, for those. And I also see over here that we got the 1,000 Knives also being a $9 card, finally. Yeah, these are 9s. So, a lot of value to be had in a old PC game, for the most part. It's kind of interesting. Oh, now, Joey's World. Oh, boy. Your Red Eyes from this set is $195 from a PC game. Let that sink in. That's insanity. Meanwhile, you got like the Dragon Sword and Sebek's Blessing over here. So the Dragon Sword itself, ooh, these are, yikes, the whole first page there. So we got a few light plays here for $5, sure. And then I see that we kind of push on up into the $12 range. Yeah, it's not bad for those. But the Sebek's Blessings, on the other hand, from this, dollars heading on up to, well, the moon! $9 on these. Blue Eyes from Power of Chaos, Kaiba's Revenge. This is another one of those clunky ones here. $100. The collector's market for these Blue Eyes White Dragons is crazy. The Jump Magazine one, look at this. $26 for the Jump Magazine, of all things. The Jump Stratos also kind of doing some interestingly strange things here. Near Minters, coming in about $8, which is, considering like the JMPS reprints are worth more than the original prints. Ulti Stratos still pushing about the $92 mark. What can you do? End of Anubis first editions here. I see that we've French down here for $10. That's kind of cool. But first edition's still $30. Nothing too insane back here. Breaker, the Magical Warrior from the first edition days. Oh, man. Alright, so I see 49s back here. And then you kind of trickle on down into the light play territory at about the $20 mark and kind of hold from there. Light play is probably always going to be your best, but it's not good for like the collector's market. Dimensional Fissure. Oh yeah, we were ahead of this one. Still have Victory Games is the only one with these. We were ahead on that one. Icarus Attacks from DRL4. I do agree that these are, to be fair, I guess these are where they've always kind of been in their life. These are still holding at 30s. It's literally where they've always been. Ancient Gear Golem, Ultimate Rare. 400 for near mint, but they still got those pesky light play copies at 270s. Pegasus Ultimate Rare. Alright, so we got some Germans in here. And then we got, I have some mod plays. These aren't as bad as they actually look, I assure you. I just couldn't list them at light. Well, we're pushing 100. Then we go up to 125 for near mint for a Pegasus. Yikes. Smashing Grounds are still, they're 41. They're a little bit cheaper than they've been. I remember when these were $8 and everybody was like, huh. And then Shining Phoenix Enforcer, $500. Good times. I gotta love my ulti rares. And then the Shining Flare Wing Daddy here, coming in at $2 a Reno. Good times. So guys, that's all I got for today's Market Watch. Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think about today's market. And well guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.